Hey guys, welcome to the new episode, and today's topic is divorce. Why are we talking about divorce? So many people after marriage, they are suffering because of some problem with the other partner, whether it could be the husband or the wife. And when you look at the prior Hindu law, divorce was unknown to general Hindu law, as marriage was regarded as an indissoluble union of the husband and wife. And people used to consider this very holy. And now we will be discussing in detail. Today we will see the grounds for divorce and an additional thing, especially for the wives. So first of all, the grounds for divorce, and these grounds are laid in according to section 13, and these are available to both husband and wife. And a marriage may, on a petition presented by either the husband or the wife, be dissolved by a decree of divorce on the grounds mentioned in section 13 of the Act. And the first ground is adultery. So where one of the parties, after the solemnization of marriage, has voluntarily had sexual intercourse with any person other than his or her spouse. The second one is cruelty, where one of the parties, after getting married, they treat the petitioner or they treat the other person, whether the husband or the wife, with cruelty. And the third one is desertion. What is desertion? If one of the parties deserted the petitioner for a continuous period of not less than 2 years, immediately preceding the presentation of the petition. And the fourth one is conversion, where one of the parties has ceased to be a Hindu by conversion to another religion. So if a person is getting converted and the other person does not like it, they can get a divorce. They can apply for one. And unsoundness of mind, that's the fifth one. And where one of the parties has been incurably of unsound mind, or has been suffering continuously or intermittently from mental disorder of such a kind and to such an extent that the petitioner cannot reasonably be expected to live with that respondent. So if you are not able to live with a person who is unsound, then you can apply for a divorce. For example, mental disorder, and if that person is a psychopath and he's very aggressive, and that is intermittent and or continuously happening, and on these grounds you can apply. And let's see the other 5 grounds. The sixth one is leprosy, where one of the parties has been suffering from a virulent and an incurable form of leprosy. And the seventh one is venereal disease, where one of the party has been suffering from venereal disease in a communicable form. What is venereal disease? It is a disease that has come through sexual intercourse. That is a sexually transmitted disease. The eighth one is renunciation of world. If one of the parties has renounced the world by entering into any religious order, for example becoming a priest or becoming a saint, in this ground you can get a divorce. And the ninth one is presumed death, where one of the parties has not been heard of being alive, and you've not heard about him or her for a period of 7 years or more, and you have presumed death, and in this ground you can get a divorce. And the 10th one The 10th one is non-resumption of cohabitation. And this is where both the parties are not living together or not having any relation between each other. In this ground you can take a divorce, you can apply for a divorce. And the last one is failure to comply with decree for restitution of conjugal rights. And this is where for more than 1 year or onwards after passing of the decree for restitution of conjugal rights in a proceeding to which they were parties. And these are the grounds for divorce. So now let's look at the additional grounds to a wife. On the grounds of bigamy, where either the husband or the wife, they have another relationship or another wife or a husband, in that ground you can get a divorce. And the additional grounds for the wife is a rape, sodomy, or bestiality. Sodomy is nothing but having a sexual relationship with an animal, and rape, you know what it is. So based on these things you can get a divorce. And or if a decree or order has been passed against the husband awarding maintenance to the wife, and that since the passing of such decree cohabitation between the parties has not been resumed for 1 year or upwards. And the final one is or if her marriage was solemnized before she attained the age of 15 years. If a girl was married before she attained the age of 15 years and she has repudiated the marriage after attaining that age, but before attaining the age of 18 years. And I would like to share another thing with you all. Divorce by mutual consent is very important under section 13 clause B. A decree of divorce may be obtained by both the parties to a marriage together when the marriage was solemnized before or after the commencement of the Marriage Laws Amendment Act 1976, on the ground that they have been living separately for a period of 1 year or more, then they have not been able to live together, and that they have agreed that the marriage should be dissolved. And on the motion of both the parties made not earlier than 6 months after the date of the presentation of petition, and not later than 18 months after that date, the court shall, if satisfied after hearing parties making inquiries that a marriage has been solemnized and the statements contained therein are true, may pass a decree of divorce declaring the marriage to be dissolved. So you just can't get a divorce just like that by telling them that based on these grounds I want a divorce, but you have to prove all these things only, and the court will examine all these things, and then they will give you a divorce, and not just like that, just for a namesake or for some wrong reason. So if you have any inquiries, you can just put it in the description or in the comment section. I'm sorry, not the description, the comment section, and I will answer all those for you. Thanks for watching, guys. You have a great day, and I hope you get married and don't end up in divorce, and you have a very good marriage life. But this is important for people who really need divorce, and you can help your colleagues or your friends